I just imagine you like sitting next to the router and just like praying like, please turn
Yeah.
green.
I just
My
waited for
Wi-Fi
like a whole.
company just turns off my Wi-Fi randomly too. It's not too fun.
Jesus. Alright, okay. Get everything set up.
Alright, we are live streaming now, so.
All right,
Alright.
and like last class, we're probably gonna wait a little for people to join because, well, we waited and people joined and we don't want to start too early. Either that or not too early, but to a point where if we're missing 5 people, well, that's half of the people that we could have taught during that time.
Yep.
Hey, Go Kid, can I get access to chat in the class VC instead of just me unmuting and talking?
You have access to the chat.
You should. Everybody should.
It says you do not have permission to send messages in this channel.
Oh my god, I hate Discord.
What?
I'll fix
GG.
it. Hold on, give me a second.
Alright.
Hating my ass.
So, how's everybody's day going? Or how has it been?
I'm coughing way too much and I'm dying.
That's not fun.
Dying's always an option. But we don't want that for you, so we don't expect that. Alright, you should be out of time now, Void.
I ate sick? Or you hate sick? Asher been working on the contest all day. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Contest going around. How long do you guys still have for building? Pokemon Bomb. Yeah, that's good. Which Pokemon one? Which Pokemon game? Just building phase. How long do you guys have to build?
I think it ends tomorrow, cause that's the
Really?
that's when me and Ross are publishing our shit.
Are you saying
Tomorrow?
building phase in?
I thought it was in
think
June.
so.
It's in June, yeah.
Yeah, June 16th. Building
Oh,
phase,
in
June 16th.
Oh.
Okay, hold on.
tomorrow.
Just to like double or quadruple check here, cause this stretches till July, and I doubt you guys have a whole month for a playtesting phase. Hold on.
It should be on there.
Yeah, I'm looking. Oh, that's the website for Solar
My
Punk.
thing is,
Okay.
why did they make us do rooms too?
Play. Oh wait. Build. Wait. No. Build phase. Yeah, June 16th. Oh yeah, you guys have time. Do you guys have any problems with the rooms too? Like, have you guys gotten any problems with using it? Because I know people have been not having too much fun. Oh yeah, Ultrason. That's a good one. My brother. Wait, I think it was Ultrason. They played. Maybe.
Ooh, shit.
I've seen somebody else join. I can't tell.
What I am gonna do, I'm gonna ping.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about homework. For the we're gonna talk about homework, like the homework assignment at the start when we hopefully have more people, so we can get it across to more people. Also for the extra time, I'm planning on probably giving, like I'm gonna talk about the extra time and the time given to people, because of what's been happening for the past 2 weeks. Because I feel it might be a little necessary. Considering that, yeah, nobody has submitted the teamwork, which it's not necessary to pass, right? It can be the one that you don't do, but the final one is sort of necessary. The only exception would be, like, if there is something that has happened, or like you can't do anything. Like, we'll talk about it. But it's not a light exception if you can't do final project, which could determine who passes and who fails. Pretty much, it's pretty much the determining factor. Yeah.
Say I'm alone.
Is this really gonna be in everybody? We're missing like half the people.
They really are.
Yeah. Also, just another reminder, Google Kid, to look at the people like who's in here every once in a while,
Yeah, no.
so we get their names so that we know who's been here.
At the after the last week, what we'll do, we'll go through the live streams and we'll just see who's been here, and then we'll
Yeah.
start giving trophy shit out. And
Yeah, I asked Voix what they did, and obviously it's smart, but the thing is that they don't have the problem we have because they just put everything in game. They have a CV2 chip that tracks who's been here, and if you like the person joins, it lights up green. So just automatically like tracks who, like, if they joined or not.
I'm not doing all that.
Well, they have a CV2 or dude remembers Nix.
Yeah.
He's Voix said that if I asked, he might be down to do it, but I don't really feel like bugging him about it.
Oh, actually, talking about Voice. So Billy, well, it's not actually Voice that said it, but Billy Bob came out to me yesterday, and he was talking to me about how obviously their graduation thing is coming up soon, and
Oh, yeah, they're
apparently,
graduating.
yeah, apparently, yeah, it's like they apparently started marking today or yesterday or something, like the final projects, and yeah, Billy Bob was telling me that apparently the students like who are graduating want us to be there. Me, you, Becky, and what's it, Elon? Like they want us to be there. For some reason, I don't know why. Apparently the students told them that though. So I'll have to bring it up with Voix and see what he thinks. Yeah, I know. That's crazy, right?
What?
It's not like confirmed that we can go because we still have to ask Voix, but Billy Bob was saying that.
It's not like we're gonna raid the event, but it's like that's, I feel like, man.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny.
That's pretty
and
nice.
like I was saying like, oh, is it all the class? Like, do they want all the graduates to come, or just us? And they were like, you named every single person. Like because I was naming people. I was like, oh, so me, Kotru, and then like maybe Becky and Elon, and they're like, yeah, that's the exact people. I was like, oh,
what?
That's crazy, yeah. So we'll see
No,
about that.
Not relevant to you guys. I think that's just
yeah. This is a different class. Scripture screen.
But I think this is probably our class. I'm looking at who is online, and the only other people that aren't here is Dusty, Doc, Lotus, Pyro, which I think they said they couldn't make. Can somebody confirm? Can Pyro not make? For the people that if anybody here is close with Pyro, we've been in a group. I think Pyro said they couldn't join, and then the people are offline probably can. So I'll just take a guess that they're unavailable to join. So we'll probably start with the whole last week's assignment, just so. Oh wait, Alec joined. There you go. There you go. Really? Uh-oh. He won't be able to join.
Alright.
Well, he doesn't have to be here to pass the class, but it would probably be preferable. Well, good night to him then. He's sleeping. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna start talking about last week's assignments and how that's going, and how we'll probably go forward with the rest of the assignments. Yeah, 50 attempts later with the whole like
Is
true.
there?
What am I hearing?
And if you could,
Are you hearing my
Wait.
Discord?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that?
It's the stupid Mr. Beast edit thing, bro.
Was that the Lego thing I heard yesterday?
Wait, what? Lego thing?
Okay,
Wasn't
no,
the Lego.
that's just me being schizophrenic again. Okay.
I was just on the record
But
Discord thing.
what? Oh yeah, there's Doc. Okay, there you go.
There you go.
Okay, so to talk about the whole final projects, how that's gonna be the true deadline and all of that. So first, I'm gonna just jump in and just ask you guys, how is y'all's project going? I know I've already talked to people behind the just like everything behind the class, behind the scenes. Like like people just reached out asking about stuff. 0% done. Hey, Austin's got his group going. People did reach out though about it. Which obviously if it's not done, don't freak out. I'm gonna get into that.
Bang.
Well, as long I mean, you're able to get it done, or you say you're able to get it done, so that's good. So, from the looks of it, it doesn't look like it's going too well. But we'll have to I don't know, we'll have to see. Because the final project is preferably group projects every time. Which, if you know, signing up to a class like this, you like want to make sure, or you know that you have the time for the next 4 weeks to work on projects like this. Sorry, I have to drink a little bit of my water. Therefore, like I mentioned, this won't be the last one. And the one that will be coming up, the next group project, like I mentioned a little bit before, will determine a lot more than just so we'll have to try to determine something for depending on if people do it or not, because by the looks of it, if this was the last, or if this was the final project, there will be a lot of talking. This week, I'll just say this week is. I'm not gonna talk about this week yet because it's at the end of the slide. But this week is not a group project. It is a solo. This is a solo week, and it's really simple. To give you guys a break of last week, pretty much. But by a break, it's not like stop working on it. I'll get into that in a second. For the deadline. Ream is a start. Well, that's I'm trying to get the points through for the last week's project so that they're not ultra cooked. Obviously, from the due dates we put out, we're gonna start looking at them as probably preferable due dates. Because if you don't do those due dates, then you'll be stacking homework, which is pretty much the whole point of why you want it to get due then. And because of the fact that nobody submitted their homework this week, everybody's gonna have at least 2 homework assignments to do this week. So we don't really want people to fail the class, obviously. So for due dates, we're probably going to stretch it for the rest of the semester. Which you might be thinking that's, there's two weeks. But think of it as it's 2 weeks. There's still the final project. You could like saying if you guys haven't done this project and next week's project, you would have this week's group project and the short. Whoopsie, I just said it. Uh,
Hmm.
that's fine. And the
Which one
final
of the short
project to
is?
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have spoiled something,
Ah,
but
yeah,
whoops.
yeah,
Hey.
yeah.
But it's fine. You guys are gonna have to know anyways. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? If um your Discord's bugging out,
I'd say leave and rejoin. See if that works.
he can't hear us.
That's true. Yeah.
GG. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, it's fine. So for due dates, I'm just gonna like repeat what I said pretty much. Bruh. Why is it emoting on me? Don't think of them as if it's not due then it can't be done. Just think of it like it's preferable to be done then. Right. Now for the final project due date, when it comes to then, because we obviously want the class to end eventually, whenever we set the due date for the final project, which depending on how it's going, we might give you guys an extra week to work on it. But whenever that due date is, after that due date, that's when every due date is over. Like we cut it, and if like that's it, we start marking then, and we don't want to mess anything up. So we'd like you guys to keep that in mind, that you guys are gonna have multiple assignments to work on if you guys don't finish it through the preferable due dates for the normal weeks. And I'm sure you guys don't want to have the week project from last week and the final group project to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm hoping that, are you like, for the people here, are you guys going to be able to eventually do the group project, like the project together? Like, will it eventually be done? Because obviously, like I mentioned, it isn't mandatory to pass the class, because you have to do at least what, like two normal projects and the group project, um or the final project I should say. So you could technically just void the last week, but yet again, I'm hoping that people are able to do it. All right, well,
Right.
here I'm going to present now, because I just want to get that clear, that you guys aren't cooked for not doing last week or not having it finished yet. I just wanted to briefly mention how you still have the time, but after a certain time, aka the final project due date, that is the limit. Now, for this week, we're going to talk about streaming setup and YouTube Shorts enhancement. So for majority of the class, I'm going to yap about streaming on each platform, pretty much. Well, each, I mean Xbox, PlayStation, mobile, and console, or mobile and PC. I mean, sorry. And how you are able to actually stream on it in the setup. I'm going to talk about the setups. I'm going to talk about a few facts, a few extra devices that might help, and just like a few like settings that might work better, and just overall the stream setup. Then uh, it's I'm gonna pass. I was trying to think of a fancy word for this, like just speech in general, but I don't think it would fit well. Um, I'm just gonna pass the speech along to Cool Kid and Dude, that are gonna talk to you guys about YouTube Shorts, since they're more into all of that. So there is the week 3 that we're going to talk about. Then obviously followed up by the class, the project, this week's project, which I already sort of spoiled to a certain point, but it's probably going to be one of the easiest of this semester. I'm hoping, because if you guys have a problem with this one, whoa, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I know.
If you guys do have a problem with this week, then that isn't good.
I'm back to week 2. I
So
think that was. You guys do week 2 now. Right.
okay, actually, that could have been good to sound for a little bit when I was talking about
That's
that,
true.
but I mean,
Oh well.
that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
All
So
right.
let's
We
get
ready?
started.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So, like I just mentioned, first off, I want to talk about streaming for PlayStation. This includes PlayStation 4 and 5. And I also want to talk about streaming on Xbox. Only thing is that you cannot stream directly to YouTube with an Xbox, but I am going to talk about a sort of workaround, but you would require a PC and another. You would require a PC and another piece of tech that is useful in multiple ways. And then I'll talk about streaming on mobile, and then probably the most popular, PC. And last or yesterday's class, somebody brought up PC VR and all of that. I could maybe briefly mention all of that, but I don't have any photo references or anything like that, so it'd probably be a little harder to follow. So I could maybe briefly talk about it, but that'll probably be it. So that's what I'll be presenting. So I'm probably good. Unless, I mean, I doubt there's questions about that, but I'm probably good. Can I stream on PBS Kids tablet? Wow. This class and the other class has a crazy connection because they were both asking the same things. Except for that, like the other class was asking about streaming on toasters and microwaves and um, Game Boys and all of that. But you guys actually have like, it must just be what we're doing. You guys cannot. Okay, well, if it has an HDMI, yes, I'll just say that. If it does, yes. So I'm probably ready to go to the next one. So, like I mentioned, I'm gonna first present PlayStation, which I think, from what I've gathered on the past 2 weeks, I think PlayStation's probably our most popular in the class. I know this probably helped class 1, yesterday's class, a little bit more. But I will just go through all of these because it is also could be useful knowledge to just know in general. So the first step to actually streaming on a PlayStation, if you haven't done it yet, that's what I'm talking about. Yet is linking your Twitch to your PlayStation, and because you can do both, your YouTube to your PlayStation. So how you would do that, I have a little photo there that shows, and you want to click on PlayStation 4, the share button next to the if you guys know what I'm talking about, the rectangle top, like the rectangle at the top of the controller. You guys want to click on like the left hand side, there's like a share button for the PlayStation 4. On the PlayStation 5, it's a create button. I'm pretty sure they just both bring up the same thing, or you could find the same thing. But after you click on like both any of those buttons, you click on broadcast settings, which if you see it's the second to last in the photo, you should be able to see it. But yeah, you click on broadcast settings and you'll be able to do a lot more there. So I'm probably ready to move to the next one. So therefore, after you click on sharing and broadcasting, you should appear on a like a screen that just shows a bunch of settings, which is like the more or less like clipping or recording. Yeah, as you can see, screenshotting and audio and all of that. At the bottom, you want to click on link with other services. And as you can see on the other photo, you see Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Twitter or now X, which I'm actually like, I saw that yesterday and I was actually confused on why Twitter's on PlayStation, but I guess it just is. So afterwards, I won't be talking, like obviously after the linking, um, after you click on either Twitch or YouTube, you fill up your information, or you just fill in the information that you would have for your account, which you shouldn't share. Well, shouldn't share with anybody else than yourself, I should say. So after you were to actually log into Twitch and YouTube, right? You should be good to go. There shouldn't be any other step. I don't have any other step after this, because after this point for the linking, it would just be like you'd be logged in and then you'd be ready to move over to actually broadcasting, which is pretty simple, which you can click to go to the next if you want, which if there aren't any questions. So therefore, streaming to service. So going back to the close to the same, right? Because you want to go back onto your controller on the left side where it says share or create. You want to go back to where it is, and now you see broadcast gameplay. So after you click on broadcast gameplay, that's pretty much the whole tab of customizations. If you guys have ever streamed on YouTube, you would know what I'm talking about when you click like on broadcast. You have the place where you can customize the thumbnail, which I don't know if you can on PlayStation. I don't think you can, because you can't really just upload a photo like that unless you have a USB. But there isn't really a place to open it when you get to that point. It would be the place where you would customize the title and the description of your whole stream for PlayStation. So that's where you would do all of that. So after that point, you would click on start streaming, and you'd pretty much be good to go. You would be live, and then if you want to turn off the stream, you'd probably go back to the same point. So it's pretty simple, honestly, when it comes to it. So after you boot up on the game you want, I forgot to mention that. So saying you want to stream Rec Room, you just boot up Rec Room, and then you do these steps. If you're on PSVR, you can do the exact same thing because it works on PSVR also. So that's a pretty W. That's pretty W for the people that play on PlayStation VR, obviously. But that's how to stream on PlayStation. Are there any questions about that? What about Xbox VR? I were they making a VR headset? I don't think. I feel like I heard of something like that before, but I don't think you heard that. Okay, they were too. Okay, I heard something like they were. Did they ever go through with that? I don't think they did. No. Wow. Yeah, that sucks. Because that would be actually kind of interesting if they were to do that. Partnering with Steam. Yeah, that would have been interesting. Sadly, yeah, sadly there's no VR for Xbox, at least not yet. I can see I'm probably doing something like that in the future. And if they were to do that, Rec Room's making a port for it, probably. It'd be probably the logical thing to do. The Xbox was supposed to be able to be treated like a PC for Quest 2. Wow, that'd be actually kind of insane. I don't think my old Xbox would be able to handle a VR headset though. That's probably one of the problems I ran into. Is it would need probably a newer gen console. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Speaking of Xbox though, since I don't think there are any questions, you can click if you want, dude. Streaming on Xbox itself, which, like I mentioned before, you cannot stream on um, PlayStation, or you cannot stream on YouTube through your Xbox. Can PSVR use Streamer Cam? I think they can actually, because it has, like I think I talked to you guys about it. The Streamer Cam runs on 2 displays, and if you're on PSVR, um, you have your lenses, and then you have the screen that your whole console is connected to. Can it not actually? Really? I swear it could. I used to be able to. I used to play on PlayStation VR, and I thought I could get the Streamer Cam. Actually, it would make sense if it couldn't, honestly, because what are they going to use it really for? But I thought they could. It isn't available. It isn't available for PlayStation VR. I'm just like schizophrenic then. But it would be. It would make sense for them to, because there are 2 displays. But yet again, the display that they're using is connected to both, and it's the same thing. So actually, maybe not. But oh well. Maybe they could in the future. You never know. But sorry for that misinformation. I thought they could. I was under that impression the whole time, actually. Whoops. So yeah, streaming with Xbox, it's only allowed through Twitch and I think Mixer, if Mixer is still a thing, even. So Mixer died, it's not a thing. Okay, so now it would probably be only Twitch that you can stream to. Because you can't stream straight to Twitch or straight to YouTube through your Xbox, which I'll talk about a sort of workaround, but it requires a piece of tech and a PC. No, don't revoke my teacher, please. I love this. It's fun. So to actually mention how you do it, um, the link to your Twitch, because there's no YouTube, you would click on the menu, which I'm pretty sure Xbox One and Xbox, what is it? It's just Xbox X or One X and S. I think they have the same menu when you click on the Xbox button. So when you do click on the Xbox button, you should see a capture and share, which looks like the icon with the box and the arrow pointing up, or the half box, I should say. So after you click on capture and share, near the bottom, you will see live streaming. After you click on live streaming, a QR code for Twitch will just show up right then and there, and it will like either allow you to scan it, or you can use a code, which I think you would find the code if you were to go, or not the code, but you could manually log in if you go in settings, and I forgot where specifically, but if you go in settings and look around there, you can find all the stuff you can link up with your Xbox, which is probably like your Discord. I don't know if you can link up with Steam, your Twitch, and all of that. You would find that in there. But for live streaming, it offers Twitch. So you would just have the QR code to scan and you can log in through there. So that's how you would link with your Twitch. So um I think there's another Xbox. Yeah, there's another Xbox tab, so you can click if you want. Dude. Oh. If he's not here, I'm gonna talk about the whole. Oh,
But I just came back. I could hear you from my headset. Okay, okay. I'm back.
okay. Now streaming to Twitch, you have to go to, like, after logging in, obviously, because you guys should be able to. You just go back to the same spot, and after you do that, and you click on live streaming, it will show up with the same prompt that you kind of have on PlayStation that I mentioned, where you can have the title, I think, unless it doesn't allow you to do that. But I think you can, like, it's the more customized for stream menu. Obviously, there will be the go live button, and that's where you can like allow your microphone for your party. I think you can also find that button in the party itself, where people can allow, like, if they want to speak, like, your friends in the party. Yeah, I know Void, you stream on Xbox, I think, so you can back me up on this if you want. You
I can
used to? Oh, really?
I can talk about it right now if you want me to. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Xbox, you can is basically the Twitch. All you have to do is just change your title. You can change your title. Um, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't allow you to put in tags for games. So like speedrunning or anything like that. Just like how Streamlabs uses it. Instead, it just like gives you an option to go live, give your title, and then you can also stream your party with your friends. But of course, there's like a privacy thing, so it gives you like an option two for the person, if that makes sense.
Is that are
Uh,
you good? Or
yeah, hold on. I'm thinking
okay.
of more stuff. So basically,
Okay.
if you're the person in the party, right, and your friend is streaming, you'll get a notification that someone has started a stream in this party, and if you want the stream to hear your voice, you can just like press yes on that. But I think that's pretty much it. It's basically simple. Go ahead.
W. Thank you. From the true Xbox man himself. So that's pretty much how it is. After you start streaming, yeah, like you mentioned, everybody will get
Mixer,
a notification.
Mixer got. By the way, Mixer got bought by Twitter, but then got immediately smashed into the floor by Elon Musk.
Huh.
So Mixer doesn't exist, but Mixer was much more simpler than Twitch. All you had to do was just press recording, and then you could just like name it after. And what's it called? Chat features. Chat features. There was live chat. For Xbox, there's no Twitch live chat that you can have like on your screen. It's not an overlay. It doesn't exist anymore. Mixer only had that, which was very good.
Wow. R.I.P. Mixer. It was sound like a great application to stream on. Now to bring up the fact that if you want to stream Xbox on YouTube, because it isn't impossible, this is gonna go for almost anything that has an HDMI port, because you actually have to connect it to the screen. So there is a tech utility called a capture card that comes in various forms. Either a card that looks like it's like a graphics card that you would just place in a card slot, preferably probably under the one that's being used by your graphics card. Maybe, I don't know. It Be careful with it, because if it blocks fans, then it would just overheat and it wouldn't be good. Could be the reason why my PC might run slow sometimes, because I have one. It could come in a, like I said, the card form. It could come in a box-ish type of form, where then it's just like a box, not like a box, but like a more box you would put on a desk, and it would be in and out instead of just in your PC and then out. So how it works, it's you connect your PC, right? Obviously, you want it to be connected to your PC, so it would use an HDMI port. So it would go through your PC to the console. So like your um, Xbox or your Nintendo Switch, I would say, or any Nintendo console, like the GameCube. I know that's a really popular one that people use it for. And obviously, preferably, you would want to get one that you have a software to download, because then you can display it on your PC screen and actually record it or stream it if you would want to. And then afterwards, if you have it on that screen, but then you figured it out, because then you want to have it connected. I didn't mention where else actually. You want to connect it to your monitor too, I think. Maybe. Actually, I think so. Maybe. But that's if you guys do decide to get one, I should say. But the most importantly, if it's not to your monitor, then it's just for your PC to your console. Because if it does have a system to download, then it should just display right there. But that is how people would stream Xbox to YouTube, would be because they have a capture card PC or just a capture card connected to the PC to their console. So if you guys do wonder for that, that's how they do it. This also goes for um, Nintendo products like the Switch. And no, this does not go for the Game Boy, the microwave, the Samsung fridge, and all of that that was mentioned previously yesterday. If it has an HDMI port, it can probably work. So just keep that in mind. That if you do want to start streaming on those platforms or record stuff on those platforms, you would need to search up a capture card, which therefore do your research on it, obviously. You want to be able to make sure that you're able to buy what you need.
I'm pretty sure you can actually record stuff on the Samsung fridge since it has a camera and a microphone. I'm not even kidding. I think someone
That's
did it before.
shocking.
I might be wrong.
That's shocking. I know you can play stuff on the Samsung fridge, but that's actually insane.
Yeah, but
I don't suggest playing on it though.
it's more just like an IRL camera instead, but 20 times the price and it's cold on the inside.
20 times slower. I don't suggest playing on the Samsung fridge or
Exactly.
streaming on it. So, well, that's interesting. Learn something new every day. Um, so yeah, make sure to do your research on it. Obviously, it comes down to your hardware also and how harsh it can be on it. Obviously, if you have a laptop, it might be a little harsher because it's a laptop. Unless it's like a extreme gaming laptop, then you'll probably be fine. But just be careful on what you buy and just make sure you're buying the right stuff, obviously. So that'll be moving over from Xbox and now probably towards the next subject, if dude's still with us. Uh-oh.
Is he dead?
Oh,
That's
there
the
he is.
question.
There you
Xbox has Xbox been on. Okay, well, that's not favoritism. That's
Xbox.
because I was also talking about other stuff, like the capture card. Okay.
I'm pretty sure what you can do for Xbox is you can hook an external hard drive for more storage so you can also record videos and then send them to your phone to upload them to YouTube if you have the Xbox.
Oh yeah. Right, that's another thing is you can just attach like a hard drive to have extra store, like or what is it called? Uh, the drives that you would add.
HDD hard
Yeah,
drive.
you can have that to have extra storage for your games and all of that.
I wouldn't. I'm not too sure,
Yeah, I
but I
did
think
mention capture cards. That's what I was
I'm
talking
pretty
about.
sure like the older versions of Xbox, say like Xbox One. I'm pretty sure like they only take hard drives and not SSDs, like those big old SSDs. They instead of the tiny ones that you put in your PC. I'm pretty sure they take only hard drives. I may be wrong though.
Okay, yeah. I've only really seen hard drives been connected to them, I'm pretty sure. But that's another thing to keep in mind if you are lacking storage in your consoles and you need more. So yeah. Um, dude, you're still here?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Oh yeah, all right.
I mean, next
Mobile
slide.
time. If you are a mobile extreme gamer, which people might be, this is how you would stream. So this is saying that you would be like this is more towards YouTube. considering that this is a YouTube class, I'm going to be talking more towards YouTube for mobile. But obviously, I'll talk about Twitch also for PC. PC is probably going to be the longest we'll talk about.
I can
Speedrunning?
tell
What?
them
That's
about
insane.
Streamlabs if you want me to, because I use Streamlabs.
Yeah, sure. When we get there, which on mobile it might have the same. I'm just gonna guess mobile has probably close to the same features, but
Actually, there is a mobile version of Streamlabs, because you can either stream on your phone as well and use your phone as a camera, and you can also use Streamlabs for your PC.
yes, which is the reason why you can stream on mobile. Um, so obviously, I'm gonna guess that you're connected to your um Xbox, okay, not Xbox, your YouTube account, right? Because if you're not connected to your YouTube account on mobile, well, that's step one, obviously. But I'm just gonna have a guess and probably a prediction that you're already signed in. So after that, it gets pretty easy because the create button makes a return, and it's the little button at the center of your screen, all the way at the bottom. And after you click it, it shows up with a live button. Like the create button is where you were to go to create a short, which will get important. Hence, um, is where you will go to upload a photo, go live with other people, and go live. Now hold on, Pillar. What do you mean it's pub? Right, because it's on the live stream, is it? Yeah, yeah. That's probably the problem with live streaming it. Hey, nobody look at that. Nobody look at that. Nobody look at that. Yeah, that's true. We'll start doing that probably and just upload it like at the same time. Well, we need the link. That's our hours also because we just have to keep track through recording. But that's a good idea. We'll start doing that. Right, Ghoul Kid? You're here.
Sure.
Um,
I'm on.
what we'll do, we'll just instead of no, because you live stream it, so it's just insta live streamed.
Yeah.
We'll just find a way to have it so we'll just upload it at the same time as this class probably,
Yeah.
or have them both up at the same time.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, so I'll be damned. I don't think most people have done that though. You're probably one of the only people. You and probably one more person in the other class, but actually no, because they have it first anyways. But yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned that. Because we're probably able to fix that. So then obviously the create button, infamous create button. You want to click on go live, which one of two things can happen. Either it brings you over to studio or you go to studio, and that's where you would go to customize thumbnailing, description, title, like I mentioned before, except this time you're able to do a lot more because it's on the YouTube app itself. Or it will tell you that it's not like you're not able to stream. Then you would go through a process of checking settings to make sure you have like either the right settings to have on to stream or just all of that pretty much, just to make sure that you're actually able to stream. So if it does give you an encrypted or a deny, check your settings. Or I'm pretty sure the other option would be do it earlier.
Yeah.
Click real quick.
Boom.
Oh, yeah, that's the eligibility thing. The other options would be downloading Streamlabs, which I'll let Void talk to in a second after I say a few more things. But obviously, that's the prompt you would get for if it messes up. So you hope that doesn't happen. So if that happens, you're gonna have to go download Streamlabs or go check some settings. So after you download Streamlabs, you want to sign in, like after you go on Streamlabs, it will show up with the prompt of Xbox. What a GIF that is! Wow,
Suda, ooh, you know.
that is insane GIF. You would go to sign into your Twitch because you're allowed to stream on Twitch. I'm pretty sure from here also. Twitch, YouTube, and everything else that it allows you to. Those are just the two most popular ones. So I'll just say those. Okay. For anybody interested, the stream on is it a Samsung fridge? I guess it's just there. Phone. Okay. I was just wondering because we were talking about that earlier and you were mentioning that, so I don't know. That seems like a lot more steps for Android, but it should be close to the same process. I'd figure. So if Void wants to talk more about Streamlabs, he's allowed
Either
to.
way,
Go for it.
I think it might make sense if I just like share my screen entirely to Streamlabs. Not gonna lie. That's if I
Uh,
can.
it would be for so PC, but uh,
I can do
I mean,
phone
A,
as well as long as I
we're
remember what the fuck I was doing.
we're talking about streaming anyway, so it probably won't do any harm. Just if you want to, make sure you don't leak anything,
Oh no, I won't. I
because
have streamer mode enabled. Oh, I can't even share my screen. Never mind.
well, no, it's because dude has the
That's
presentation
because
up.
I'm
So
sharing mine. Yeah, but let me just. I'll
yeah,
close it for a sec.
yeah,
Okay.
just be careful what you do because we are live streaming the class.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So if this makes sense, okay. So basically, Streamlabs is pretty simple, honestly, because OBS, if you were streaming on OBS before, then you could just literally import all of your sources in for, say, VR streaming, gameplay streaming, all this whatnot. Basically, the main ones for sources, what you need to do is go to here. You could either uh, get like the essentials, which is all this stuff. This is what you need for mainly streaming on PC. Your game capture, video capture, just for your camera. You can get clips, chat box, all of that, blah blah blah. For other stuff, like say you want to have like what I have an Xbox controller. Well, let me find it. Where's my browser source? Yeah. So I have an Xbox controller here. So in order to do that, you're gonna have to go to a browser source. Now, I actually forgot where the hell the link was, but it's somewhere over there. You could just look it up. Xbox something. Okay. The main ones that you're gonna have to have for Streamlabs in order to stream on your PC is game capture, chat box, and if you want to have a camera, video capture, display capture, and game capture. That's what you need. Game capture, basically, it lets you record or not record. It lets you get a certain window that's like a game. So capture specific window, any full screen application, a bunch of steps. Like it's like a crap ton of steps. For VR, it's also the same thing, but you're gonna need like a open VR capture instead. It's basically this. Display capture, simple, just captures the whole thing, the display. You can move it around, hide your screen. This stuff right here is for switching between sections of your stream, because you know how people have the waiting for stream starting, be right back, all this whatnot. You can have that if you want to like go over the top, but if you just want to get your stream started, then just have like one single source, I guess, or this whole thing. I'm bad at explaining, my bad. There's a bunch of mixer audios that you need. The two main ones that I would only worry about is desktop audio and microphone, because these are the only ones that are gonna, filter through your stream. You can talk to people, you can see my voice right there. Desktop audio is literally in the name. It just records everything that's on your desktop. Play videos, play your games, all that whatnot. Everything else is not that bad. For VR, you also need a VR output. This goes into the stream and plays audio. VR is for entirely yourself. So basically, you can hear your stream. I'm pretty sure you can just get rid of that, honestly. Audio input, I think. Oh, I forgot. I haven't done this in like a while. I'm pretty sure audio input literally just like. Actually, I don't even know. I kind of forgot already. My bad. But other than that, you do need to sign in to like your Streamlabs, like either Twitch, YouTube, or a Google account. Anything that can let you stream, Streamlabs could literally like just sign in. It's honestly easy. In Streamlabs, you can get overlays for all of your like scenes, widgets. Like if you wanna get like subscription widgets, the follow widgets, all that whatnot. It'll literally give you a whole bunch of list of a bunch of widgets. But overall, kind of some of literally like 90% of them you have to pay for, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm pretty sure also it lets you record videos. Yeah, right here. So there's a record video right here. So you can just like OBS, it just records it and then saves it to your files. Like automatically saves it to your files on their videos. Start replay buffer. This is basically the clip stuff that was like past. Go live. You can either set up to YouTube, Twitch, all that whatnot. If you want to try it for yourself, just go ahead. Nobody is like just go ahead and fool around. You'll basically get that. Enable dual output. Basically, all you have to do for this one is you can stream on multiple platforms at the same time. So dual output, you can stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. That's pretty much the main one because Katra wants to talk about YouTube and Twitch, but I say just go with YouTube, I guess. But I go for Twitch because why not? To set up Streamlabs is how do I say this? Hold on, I need to think. I don't have a script for this. I need to think. God damn it. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Honestly, I don't have nothing else to talk about. Streamlabs is pretty easy.
Okay. Yep.
All
Well,
right.
thank you for that presentation on Streamlabs and how simple it can be. Most of those also apply to OBS, so don't just think that it's only Streamlabs exclusive. It's also available for OBS, so
OBS and
wouldn't need to worry
Streamlabs,
about
I'm
that.
pretty sure, are actually partners. So if you have settings on OBS, like I said in the beginning,
Yeah,
if you started first with OBS, you can literally just import the settings that you already have in OBS to Streamlabs. They'll do it automatically.
yeah, it's pretty simple. So no need to worry about any of that. It's just kind of personal preference when it comes to it. But yeah, for mobile, obviously, to continue off after you sign in through Streamlabs to your well, to either YouTube or Twitch or anything in between, you would go back over to YouTube, or you could probably just even do it in Streamlabs and click go live. But if you would want to customize, you can go in Studio and then do all the customizing there before going live. And it's pretty simple just from there. So yeah, that's how you would do it on mobile. So let's move over to the last streaming category, which is PC, probably the most popular option. So yet again, this is going to be YouTube. I'm going to be talking about YouTube and Twitch for this one, but this is talking about more if you already like. I mean, I'm saying this like if you're already logged into your into your accounts. So step one would be to be in your accounts, obviously. So if you are logged into your account from any page on YouTube, click you can click on create, I think. Um you can click on the create button, and after you click on the create button, you are like obviously the create button, and since it's on PC, you can upload shorts on PC. I mean, wait, can you? Dude, are you able to upload
Upload shorts on PC? Yeah, you just need to make sure that when you're editing your
in a minute.
videos, they're either in a square or vertical. Yeah, vertical. Yeah, vertical. What's it?
Aspect
Ratio.
ratio, I'm pretty sure it has
Aspect
to
ratio.
be 9:16,
Yeah.
because it's, wait, no, length times width. Wait, I forgot how to math.
Okay, so you can do it on PC. Okay, so just make sure that's the
Yeah.
correct ratio
That's
then.
how I always do mine. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah. This is where you would go to obviously upload and stream all the stuff. The create button, very popular. So after that, you would click on go live, which after that, it would bring you up to the whole studio page of YouTube, which is where, like the other ones, is where you'll go to customize thumbnailing, audio, bitrate, all pretty much all of the stuff when it comes to streaming. It also allows you to just see your chat from right then and there. So when you get to there, that's where you're gonna find probably one of the most important parts of how to stream, and it's your stream key, which you should never show to anybody ever, because that's how they're able to get into your channel and stream. So I don't suggest showing that to anybody because that's where you find it is there. Where you go to put it, it's you leaked your stream key. Oh my god. I wouldn't even suggest clicking the reveal button on it. I would just, if you want to copy it, I suggest just clicking the copy button right beside it. I don't even suggest, yeah, revealing it because it is super important to keep hidden. So after you have it copied, you want to bring it into your OBS. This goes for whenever we talk about Twitch too. I could probably bring it back up. You want to go in there. You want to go in the settings, which I don't have. Okay, there will be a visual on that later. Well, sort of. But you want to like when you click on settings in OBS or Streamlabs, I think too. You will find stream, just like the stream channel, and then you'll find where to put your stream key in. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest showing your stream key. On accident is bad, but I just wouldn't suggest doing it at all. Because it isn't good. So, yeah, for that's pretty much for YouTube, which obviously a lot of it is gonna go through Studio. Your chat, which is something that is important, is going to be on the right hand side. When you stream, I suggest at the top, it'll say top first or some top chat. Switch it to like new chat because you might have problems where you can't see the stream chat, and that's because that it's on like the top chats. So you'd switch that at the top of the right hand side. You would click on it. So make sure you do that because it's very, very important. Did you want to talk about that, Void?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something about Streamlabs. For VR Streamlabs, if you only have one monitor, if you want to check chat, you're gonna have to like go into Streamlabs, and it's gonna hide your screen. I'm pretty sure. Like it'll show the uh dashboard and all that whatnot. But then you have to close that out and to go back to like Rec Room, because Rec Room is I forgot what's it called, but Rec Room is pretty weird when it comes to Streamlabs because when you tab out, it doesn't like keep your screen up on Rec Room, if that makes sense. Instead, it just like goes back to your default screen where it shows like everything, and it doesn't show that specific screen. On Fortnite, if you tab out, it'll stay on Fortnite even when you're like not showing it, if that makes sense. When you're not seeing it.
Well, thank you. Um, but yeah, it's pretty simple. So what to pick up from here? Never show your stream key, and you can easily stream as long as you have the the stream key put in, which then if you want to start streaming on either OBS or Streamlab, you would click go live, which then you would just start streaming. So pretty simple. And then we're gonna move over to the next one. So drum roll, dude. The
Ooh.
next one. Boom.
Oh.
Twitch. So this one's also pretty simple. Like the other one, I'm guessing you're already logged in. When you click on your profile in the top right corner on the drop bar menu, you want to click on settings, which will bring you here to the bar here, which then when you see like the profile Prime Gaming, you want to click on the one that's highlighted on the screen, which is channel and video, which it'll bring you to everything about your like channel and all of that stuff. So from there, when you click on channel and video, if you want to click one more time, you will see this, which when you click on stream, on the dashboard on the right or on the left side, when you click on the dashboard or the, I just heard it again. Hold on. Did somebody just hear the Lego sound? Dude, no, I'm telling you, I just heard it. I just heard it. I just heard it. I swear I just heard it. No, there's no way. Please tell me I have my clipping system
Are you
on.
schizophrenic?
Okay, no, I just clipped it. I'm gonna show this to you guys after. I don't know. You heard it? Okay. I'm hoping you are. I'm hoping you're not just gaslighting me with that. I'm hoping you're not gaslighting me, dude. Dude,
What?
you're not. It happened again. Wait, what?
I don't know what you're
Okay.
on about, Kotra.
Okay, I'm getting gaslit right now. I am getting gaslit by dude right now.
Yeah, because I've been muted.
I'm getting gaslit. He just did it. Yeah, I'm getting gaslit. Okay, so okay.
Yeah, no, it's me. It's my I forget like my Opera GX just has that. So if I type like
Bruh.
if I just click keys, it just I kind of forgot. That's why it's happening. There's no
Oh
way.
my god, I was getting gaslit the whole time. Oh my god. Okay.
I forgot about that. I still need to disable that. I kind of forgot how to. That's why I've just left it on.
Oh
My
my
bad.
god. Okay, but to get back, this is where you would go to find your stream key. Would be in the stream section of the dashboard in the okay
My bad. Okay.
in the creator dashboard. So it's pretty simple, pretty simple to find. After that, obviously you would go in the settings in OBS and go into stream there and put it in. If you do, you will find a drop down menu. I didn't mention that before, but you will have like there'll be a drop down menu which you'll be able to select YouTube or Twitch and probably other streaming applications like what's the popular one? Like the other popular one that starts with an R. I forgot what it's called. Um
Wait, what?
There's like another popular streaming application, but I don't know the name of it by heart. So it's just to know that you can it allows pretty much anything. So
Mhm.
that's the drop down menu from there. Now, if you're worried about settings, here's where I can help a little, depending on obviously depends on I don't know y'all's like for the people that do have PC. I don't know your PC and all of this. So that would be up to you to do some research, which uh won't be too hard because it's just a Google search. So do it if you would want to click really fast. These are some extra settings in OBS. It'll be the same in Streamlabs, so don't worry about that. I'm mainly going to be talking about those two, but um, what signups? What? Uh, was that a question? I don't know. I was trying to go off track a little. So in OBS or Streamlabs, you will in the settings you'll want to click on video and click and like see this pretty much. So for weaker PCs, obviously, depending on what graphics card or CPU you have, which those do come in handy. Now, for CPU, it depends which one you have, obviously. But depending on the company, like if you either have Intel or Razer, which those are the two really popular ones, it talks about, or not talks about, but Intel, I'm pretty sure just has more cores or power cores, or I forgot what they're specifically called, but it's able to do a lot more at the same time. Intel is a more multi-flex CPU, so therefore it would probably be preferable for streaming and gaming. But if you are a strictly gaming, like gamer type of gamer, Ryzen is probably your best bet. But just because I'm saying this doesn't mean both won't work. Both will work fine for the job. Like Razer will probably work for streaming, and Intel will work for gaming. They'll both work fine. It's just preferable that you might want Intel over Razer for streaming, depending on your preferences, obviously. So obviously, when it comes to what you have, you would probably want to go in Google and search up is a I'll just say is a 3060 with a 12600 KF good for streaming or like something like that. And if it says either you're good, or you could search them up individually depending on how Google works. Um, and depending on what it tells you, you can customize these two settings appropriately. Uh-oh. I just got DM that dude, his Wi-Fi went out, so I'm just gonna try to continue while this screen is still up, but he might disconnect soon. So that's kind of a rip in the chat. So for weaker PCs, you have your base canvas and your output scaled, which your base canvas, I'm pretty sure it's the, correct me if I'm wrong, the thing on OBS that displays itself, I'm pretty sure. And then the output is the output to the stream. So from the first one, it would be like the one that's at the top, it would be 1920 by 1080. So that would be the on the screen, like on OBS display. And on the stream, it would be 1280 by 720. Now for decent PCs, which decent PC is like, well, you'll just have to see. Like, it's not like a bad PC, right? Any PC could probably work with this, but if you have a decent PC, you could probably run both at 1920 by 1080. So that's just to put those in perspective. I'm hoping dude can be back by the time we get to the shorts, which uh will kind of be shortly. Oh, and he is gone from the call, so I'm gonna have to. Okay, hold on while I set this up because he's gone. Wait. I don't have permission to stream my screen or share my screen. Hey, Google Kid. Perfect. Please, can the share screen come back soon? Please. Wait, is Gulkin? Or he said it was. Am I alone here? Oh my god. It's me and Void. Yeah, this is great. I'm gonna leave and rejoin the VC just see if it fixes it. So hold on. Ah, here we go. Here we are. Okay. So here we go. Now it should work. I'm hoping. You can help. Oh yeah. help would be, considering that both of my teachers are not here right now, and they're going to be the ones that usually talk about the shorts. It might I might have to start improvising because I'm not a big shorts guy myself, so we'll have to shirts. I'm kidding. I don't like gaslighting. Yeah. I know what you said. It's okay. But you guys should be able to see my screen though, right? Can you guys just confirm that? Can somebody just drop a yes if you can see my No? Wait, what? Wait. Now actually have me. Are you guys able to see? Okay. Okay, good. Um so yeah, so obviously these come important to what type of PC you have, but for a decent PC, I'd probably say for now, either a for a graphics card, this would be for a RTX. You would probably want over maybe like a high 20, which that would probably be like a 2080 or 2090, maybe a 2070 even. And then probably anything 30 above would probably work for this. Not saying that anything other under those 20s wouldn't work. Like obviously that's not what I'm saying. But it's just that like if you do to try that, like it obviously depends on your CPU also. But I'm not saying that you're cooked for anything under that. Like it will still work, but it might use like more power. That's just it. Which if you're going for this, it would probably use a lot more power. But it's not that you're cooked if you like don't have anything over a 2070. You're still able to probably stream with a 2060 with 1920 by 1080. Probably fine enough, I'd probably say. I probably like over exaggerated with those numbers a little, but um, you guys aren't cooked. That's what I'm saying. So you want to stream at 1440p? Well, that'll be something. So those are pretty much the settings for those. So I have more. This is a sheet that pretty much, if you want to just have a look here, um, this would be preferable to what type of like what your stuff is. So it shows you kind of two different sides to each. You have your either, I think this is probably your stronger side, or no, these are both, I think, yeah, two different sides for two different qualities. So this is probably the higher quality side, or this is either, okay, no, because I see here very fast, medium, and quality. This looks like it's for the quality side of the stream and probably how fast the stream is from what it looks like. Maybe. Fast doesn't make sense, but quality and probably not so much quality. You can just look at it like that. So depending on what your PC like stuff is, which I would do research on it, obviously, it can be as simple as can a this stream, let's take 120 60 FPS for streaming. That's pretty much what it is. For that. And then you look at the settings here and you might want to either match those if you would want to. Obviously, if you want to find this sheet, you can just search up OBS streaming settings and you could probably do it. 120, I would probably still suggest streaming on 60 because most people don't have over 60. Most people, I would say. I think so. If you can even stream 120, which I'm not even certain if you can. But if you guys did want to try to find this, you could probably just go on Google and search up what is it again? I just said it. OBS streaming settings, and you'll probably find this view. Search and like on one of the websites and scroll down a little bit. Streaming at 480 with 15 FPS is insane. That is insane. So sadly, hold on, just to make sure. Google, are you here? Great. That is excellent. Excellent to know. So I'll probably have to yap myself, but I'm going to click and I'm going to show you guys or talk about whilst my hopefully two teacher partners come back. But as of right now, because I can't just stop the class, obviously, I have to keep going. I'm going to be talking about YouTube Shorts, and how YouTube Shorts is pretty much taking over content to a certain point, and has, because in the past, 5 years that people have really got to know it, obviously excluding Vine, because Vine was probably the original and all of that, rip Vine. But Shorts have made an incredible surge in the past few years, I would say. Yeah, with attention spans and all of that, which Shorts, this is funny enough, I'm talking about Shorts and streaming. Shorts kind of counteract streaming to a certain point because, oh yeah, it's all good, cool kid. Dude's not here at the moment. Ooh. So, yeah, how Shorts kind of counteracts streaming because of the whole attention span thing, which has that been proven to be correct? I find that there's still a lot of people watching streams, obviously, and that watch Shorts because people do watch streams, but whoops. Let's click on my keyboard. But yeah, obviously, when it comes to Shorts, it does. I'm pretty sure if there has been a study, probably shortens attention span because you're there scrolling, and instead of watching videos of 5 minutes, you're watching videos of 30 seconds to even just 10 seconds, and possibly just like up to a minute. Which I mean, it happens. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's probably been ruined before, considering that in the caveman times, they probably sit there and watch rocks. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm not trying to gaslight caveman people, but oh wait, somebody just said I heard the word attention span and Shorts and really. So the Subway Surfers, yeah, right, the Subway Surfers gameplay, right. So yeah, it's gotten to a point where Subway Surfers. So yeah, if you if you guys just want watch hours on your videos, hey, add Subway Surfers at the bottom, or add a somebody cutting soap bars. There's soap bars that work, or just a random movie at the bottom. Yeah, or just some random stuff. I was gonna say, yeah, just some random stuff at the bottom of the screen, and people will probably watch it for like 30 seconds longer before realizing that they're watching two things at once. Now, we're going to dive a little more. Obviously, since I'm not a professional on Shorts, I'll try to do my best, but continuing with the first subject of Shorts, which is pretty much just the power of Shorts and how you can kind of take advantage of it to a certain point if you want to have the ability to grow on different platforms such as YouTube and Twitch. So I'm sure you guys have also like watched videos that might have had people tell them that, or might have had people mention that just in general. So I'll jump into why you should do YouTube Shorts, and I'm saying YouTube Shorts, but in reality, you can do TikToks also. Maybe IG Reels if you want to do Instagram Reels, but also this is more YouTube Shorts because this is a YouTube primary class. Pretty much, you'd be posting all your stuff on YouTube. So we're trying to get you more engaged with YouTube, but most of this does go with uh TikTok also if you want to, which doesn't stop you guys from also posting your TikTok or your TikToks on YouTube or your YouTube shorts on TikTok. So both can go both ways, which it just makes it better if you guys do have both platforms because you just grow faster. So why should you do YouTube Shorts? Like somebody in yesterday's class, um, pretty sure their homework assignment from yesterday. Yeah, they made their homework assignment yesterday. I'm already cutting into it. I shouldn't be mentioning this because it's their homework assignment, but it's fine because we're getting close enough. You guys are gonna have to know anyways, right? Um, their short has already reached like 500 views since yesterday. So not only do you get a lot more views, even though you could see the views, but then the number for watch time could be like 3 seconds, which is what the next part, which we're going to talk about, which I'm obviously not done yet for this part, but briefly talk about, would be the 3 second rule, which you don't have to follow, but I'll get into it. It's like a type of rule. Like, I'll get into it, right?
I'm back.
On God, you're back. Hello. By the way, dude has his Wi-Fi's been out again. Voice crack. That's what I mean. By the way, his Wi-Fi's been out again, so he's not here.
It's okay.
So, yes. I post on IG, YouTube, and TikTok. Yeah. You find it's hard to grow on TikTok?
I feel like it's more easier to grow on TikTok than it is YouTube. I'd say that.
Oh, yeah. Huh, that's interesting. Honestly, if you want my opinion, if you guys want to get video partner and it's like just for video partner, do shorts. There's no point in doing long form, just do shorts. Shorts are the way. I'm being completely honest. If you just want like to get video partner, like the quickest you can, do shorts. Unless you do like some insane videos where they get thousands of views each time, the quickest and probably easiest way would probably be shorts. Not to say that you are gonna get, like, I'm not saying you are going to get there, but for the people that want to, you do shorts. That's what I'm suggesting, because short form content is the one viewed by the most probably people, because people are there scrolling. That's what it is. People see your videos, they might be interested, especially if you're making it on a certain game they play. That's what gets people. When you start, like, if you guys have started like your start of a rec room content creation, you guys might have gotten just a surge of subscribers at once. That's because those are all rec room players wanting to watch rec room content, which will all subscribe to rec room creators because they want to see rec room content. So if you're able to get your feed flowing through people's shorts, and it's those rec room players, they will most likely subscribe to you, which just makes like insane growth. Now, because of this, I don't know if the rule has changed on TikTok for how many followers you need, because I find that 5,000 on TikTok is a lot easier than on YouTube. That's what I mean by if you want to just get video partner, do shorts, probably specifically on TikTok. But yet again, I feel like I'm being too I feel like it's kind of I'm saying it in a way where you don't have to do that, obviously, like I'm saying. Obviously, you're able to want to get video partner and do long form. You're not forced to do shorts. Like, I'm not saying you can't get that you can't get video partner by doing long form. It's just a lot harder, and that it's a lot more challenging, and it's a lot more it's just a lot more effort, pretty much. You have to put a lot more than into shorts. With shorts, you could just do skits and stuff, and people would like pretty much, preferably, what is trendy at the moment, which that'll probably get you flowing through the feed, or you find your own type of gig, which for dude, it's rating people's avatars. If you guys have noticed, I don't know if you guys know about. I mean, you guys probably do know, because you guys might have seen his videos flowing around. Which, if you have seen his videos flowing around, it's either he has popped up on your feed, which is exactly what he wants and what happens, which gets him the viewer attention and the viewers, and that's what gets him the followers for him to have actually gotten video partner. Which, it's just what it is. Obviously, no matter what, I'm not saying it's easy, no matter what, it will take time and effort to get to your goal of video partner, if that's what it is. If you're just wanting to learn and try to move your skills onto another game, if that's what you're doing, or another type of thing, that is completely fine too. But shorts to a certain point is king. Now, to go back for the views and all of that, it comes to the scrolling part. Really, in shorts, you'd want to look at viewer attention, because hundreds of people can scroll scroll on your shorts, which causes the views, and you're like, oh my god, my short got 50,000 views, but then see that your viewer attention was like 3 seconds out of like a 13-second video or 15-second video, which then you're like, whoa, what happened? Right? Which that's where you try to keep him hooked, or add a hook, which we'll talk about briefly, which is pretty much the 3-second rule, which kind of keeps your viewers in and try to like stays them in. I hate hooks too, but that's the strategy, to try to keep people engaged, which causes, if you can get that hook in and keep them hooked, they'll most likely come back to your channel or your videos or your account and watch videos on yet again. If like dude would be saying probably the same thing if he was here, because he makes rating your TikTok avatar videos, Rec Room avatar videos, people are engaged to try to watch to see if their avatar got rated or not, and if they didn't, they'll put a comment back in and they'll check the next one, which keeps them engaged, which keeps the views rolling, which just keeps everything going, which is why shorts is 100% preferable, just to have just for people to know you over long form content. I see someone put, I prefer making long form content and streaming because that's what I've spent, or that's what I've been trying. Watch more and yeah, rebuild. Yeah, that's true. Rebuild your attention span. Yeah, that's true. I like doing long form too. I'm more of a, I don't know, I just like making short stories type of thing for fun. I haven't posted in a while though, but that's because I've been working on this more, and I want Rec Room to give me Rec Room Studio really. But after the semester, I might actually I am juggling a few things, aka just Rec Room leagues in general. But after that, I might get back to having an idea to post. But I like long form too. But long form is probably the reason why I probably won't get video partner, which that's what I mean by I don't get seen enough. That's the thing. But I'm not saying that it's impossible. It could happen. It's just that it could happen. It's just that it would take probably 10 times longer. But hey, my goal right now isn't specifically video partner. It's just to have a fun time and watching my creation afterwards, pretty much. That's just what it is. So, where the utility of bringing your viewers to other platforms, this is another reason why Shorts is king, is all the people that watch, if they're watching your stuff, they're most likely going to want to keep watching your videos. Therefore, if you have a YouTube channel, you could either link it like in your bio saying this is on TikTok, or this is on YouTube Shorts, like you want them to go to your TikTok or your other, like another platform like Twitch. You go, if you want to watch more content, go see me on this platform. And they'll most likely all flock over to, I said flock, by the way, not the F word, just wanted to make sure. Over to that channel, and that just makes it, that channel explode to a certain point also. So if you are considering doing that, it's great to have TikTok as a feeder, kind of. I don't want to say feeder, but it's kind of a good booster for views to try to get people to come to your main platform, I would say. Unless TikTok is your main platform. Okay, that's not what I said. I didn't say the F word. But it's good unless TikTok is your main platform. Then it's like, oh, okay. Then I'd suggest also having having a YouTube channel also, obviously, because then you can post shorts on there too, which just makes double the platform, which just makes you like a bigger channel, pretty much.
Mhm.
So that's why I know I've voice cracked. I can't stop it. I gave you guys the warning at the beginning, and I've been talking for the past like hour and a half straight. So you can't blame me. You can't blame me. Don't gaslight me, please. But um, yeah. So that's why I would suggest like shorts probably out of this. All my fault. Hey, yeah, I turned dude's Wi-Fi off. My bad. Um, now to move over to finally go to the 3-second rule. Now, this is the hook, in another way, part of the whole video. This is where the where you would watch a video and it would be. I'm trying to think of a good one. I'll try to think of a rec room one. Um, did you know this about Golden Trophy? If you like that, that's pretty much like a type of hook. It can be pretty simple. Um, when it comes to it. Did you know this about this, or did you know? Did you know about this? Yeah, pretty much. Did you know is like a really popular one. Which, if they didn't know, or you don't tell them straight away, because then they might want to know what it is. Yeah, Rec Room just added, or Fortnite just added this crazy new feature. Those are pretty much hooks that you can add at the beginning of the video that could allow your videos to get that extra attention and that extra viewership and just that extra everything, pretty much. Which, if they were to watch more, they might end up enjoying your content. Do I know the reason? Do I know? I read that wrong the first time that I just reread it in my mind. I'm not gonna read that out loud, but um, I'm just gonna continue on to the. Okay, I might be a little. I don't have my glasses on, so don't bully me for that. So obviously the 3-second rule comes important to causing, like it's here, curiosity, having your bold question, and having just visuals in general. Like your movement matters. If you're standing there, stiff, not moving, well, movement is probably one of the most important things when it comes to videos. Especially the whole, like I mentioned, I think it was last week, the just normal dynamic zoom that you could have, just zooming randomly when you're talking, like the little zoom effect. It adds movement to your videos. The bold visuals that you have, obviously you don't want to be obnoxious with if you have text in your videos, which subtitles are great to have in a certain point, because like attention span, it's something for people to look at. If you know what I'm saying, if you are a victim to this, you know. So that's where the hook, aka the 3-second rule, can be extended to like 5 seconds or anything like that, but it's your hook pretty much is what we were talking about. That's where that comes important, because it drives them to want to watch maybe a little more of your short, which could either drive them to watch a little more other videos, like watch more videos of you, or even, which would be the best case scenario, if you have other platforms, go over to other platforms. The homework will be soon. Don't worry. It'll be soon. Now, are there any questions about this as of right now, or Gulka, do you want to add anything about this? Because there is like another part of this, or I think another 2 maybe, but
I believe you explained it all. So you got that.
A1. I'm not even tabbed in. Here we go. Okay. So you can probably tell this was dude's part. I'm kidding. He helped design this, so it only makes sense because he is the shorts guy of this whole operation, this whole function, I should say. So here I'm going to be talking about where visual, like just like the design of your whole short, and subtitling comes in very important. So obviously when it comes to visuals, you want to have good visuals that people want to look at. So from here, you want to use bright colors, and like as you look here, he has different colors. He has even the outline effect. You guys can see my mouse, right? I'm hoping.
Mhm.
I'm talking about the first one. He has the whole like even photo here. He has an animation on all of these that just fit in well because it's just pleasing to see. He just has everything good. Also, when you go, like he mentioned before, when you go to upload and edit your videos, preferably you want to make it on the vertical frame. And you usually don't want to compact everything, like have it all like if there's like they feel like there's no space, but you want to make sure what you're placing and where it is important. Like as you see in the first one, it's not taking everything up. He still has space for him, and it's just like it just fits nice. Moving over to the second one, which you could still stick to the classics. This is the classic font itself, which is used by a lot of people, which isn't bad. It is also still good to use, but it's just good to use in general. And if you were to look at these two, they both have like thousands of views, which those are good numbers, which is numbers that long form videos probably, unless you're like really good at thumbnailing and hooking people before clicking on your video, people probably struggle to get the numbers close like that. So it's pretty neat the fact that you can just get these numbers simple enough, I'd say, on shorts, which is pretty cool. So moving over to effective subtitling. Usually, you don't want your fonts to be insane. Dude mentioned this yesterday. If you guys have seen the classic fonts, which is like the very thin cursive-ish type of writing that's kind of hard to tell some of the letters, don't use those. Unless it's for like a specific reason, which then it's like, oh, okay, then yeah, you can probably use it because I'm not saying to not use it. But if it's for like an everyday font, like how you see his rating your avatar videos, which he's going to use for multiple occasions, you probably wouldn't want to use that cursive fancy font. You probably want to use a more friendly, bold font that has probably, depending on what it is, like if it's an intro to your video, an animation to it. And with those animations, which could be useful for some trophies, effects that come with it if they pop up on your screen. Obviously, if it comes to subtitling, you don't want a pop sound effect for each subtitle word that pops up, because then that'll just be annoying. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that just having general sound effects to your animations for subtitles that like how I'm gonna mention this again, like how he has here. Like he doesn't. I don't think he has some there, but yet again, you don't need it. It's just a little extra. But saying you're like filming a video and midway through the video, you just like have like text that pop up on the screen and it has like an animation attached to it. You could probably also add a sound effect to it, which, just a reminder on how to get those sound effects, you just go onto YouTube and just search it up in the search bar, which is really simple. Very simple. So match timing speech to beats depending on the song you're going to use. So depending on if you're making an edit or anything like that, this is just kind of depending on your video style and the video that you are making, if you know what I'm saying. So for most people, they might not need to worry about that, but it just depends if you're making like an edit or something like type of that. So moving on to kind of just the storytelling of your shorts, which this doesn't necessarily need to be, well, it depends if you're making a skit. Obviously, think of it as like each second is important, not necessarily a different shot like a scene each second, but think of it as each second matters to the point where if your video is 15 seconds, you don't want 6 of those seconds to be extremely boring, especially not the first 6. So here's where close-ups, reactions, and quick transitions sort of matter. Obviously, like mentioned last class, with the whole angles and all of that can come important, have your mind open to some of those instead of just a blank straight face shot or something like that. You want it to be very
My internet's
Interesting.
back. What's up, guys?
Oh, welcome back. How's your Wi-Fi?
Bro, terrible. That's what. It's British Wi-Fi. It's so bad.
I'm almost to the homework assignment.
Oh,
I've
nice.
been
Oh,
able-
visual stories. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I was able to. Hopefully, I was doing a good job, but I was able to make it here.
That's
But yeah, I was finishing. If you want to take over now, I was finishing the telling stories fast. So if you want to take over
Yeah.
and go through the pro tips and effects, you go for it.
Yeah, okay. So effects and pacing. This mainly applies to edits. Like if you're making edits on, I guess, well, YouTube Shorts or TikTok, same. You know, it's why when I full screen it doesn't. Hold up, I'm trying to like full screen, but it's being weird. Like I still see. Oh, there we go. I got it. So yeah, basically, you want to match your edits to your audio beats. Like so, if you've got a sound or song playing in the background of your edit, you want to try and match each beat. No, well, each I guess scene
Oh,
with
where
the
you
beat. So every.
Oh wait,
What?
never mind. I see it now. I thought you were on the other side, but no, you're on the effects and pacing. Whoops.
Oh, effects and
It's 'cause-
pacing now. Pro tips.
Yeah. Whoops.
So no, it's all good. It's all good. So basically, if you've got a song, you want to match a different scene to each beat, and obviously you don't want to go too far over the beat, otherwise it will just look a bit off. But you want to try and keep each separate clip. You can, well, yeah, in CapCut and I think other editing software, you can obviously see where the audio will peak, so you can obviously hear when that beat plays like over and over again, or you can obviously just try and do it through your ears. Oh, got to go. All right, that's all good. All right, okay. Well, I'll see you, Bomb. I mean, the homework's gonna be okay. Well, they've already left. Oh well. Anyway, yeah. So you can obviously yeah, match the audio up with the clips. Use zooms, wipes, and overlays sparingly but effectively. So this means using homework. Okay. This basically means just using transitions and other effects, not too often, but not too little. Use it in a good way. So what I've got shown on the far right side is a edit I literally did yesterday, and it was basically just like between each clip I would have a different transition on the slower beats, and when the beats sped up. Calm down. Okay, I'm just reading the chat I'm seeing. Okay. So yeah, on the slower beats, I would do like a normal transition, and then on like the faster beats, I would like maybe not do a transition because there's such short of a time between those clips. Yeah, just don't use them too often, especially in between shorter clips. Obviously, unless, well, it depends how short the clip is. I mean, if it's like a second clip, then obviously you can do transitions between each clip. But if it's like less than well, not less than a second, but if it's like less than half a second, you probably can't even use transitions and stuff. But you can, I'm pretty sure, mess around with like the scale and how zoomed in something is, so you could. Oh, it says that right. Yeah, zooms, wipes, and overlays. So, on some of the clips, I will have, what do you call it? It's kind of hard. I guess it's harder to explain than like it's so easy when I'm doing it, but I think explaining it can be a bit more difficult. But, like each clip, what? I'm just seeing the chat as it goes on. What am I seeing? Anyway, yeah. So during each clip, let's say the zoom will zoom towards the focus of that edit. So I'm just seeing the chat just going to. Okay, but yeah. So in between each clip, the zoom would basically just go towards what the focus is of that video. So that could go for any kind of edit you're making. So if your edit was focused around, I don't really know. I don't know, Kevin the Goblin from Golden Trophy, you know, in Rec Room. Just like if you were to make an edit of Kevin the Goblin, you'd focus each zoom, like you'd zoom. Don't use bruh. Ah, man. Okay.
just focus on the. Don't worry about the chat.
Bro,
Just focus
I'm
on
trying.
it.
No, it's the fact because where I'm reading and where I'm looking is like right where the chat is, so it's like, bro, I'm always seeing it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to not see it. I don't know if there's a way to turn it off. Oh well. But yeah, you basically want to keep your zooms and effects to try and really bring focus on what you're trying to edit. Moving on from edits. I mean, I don't think many people do edits, but I try to explain it the best I can. I don't do many edits. I do more sort of like, well, my own type of shorts. I do like the whole rating avatars thing that I do, and like short memes and skits. But I haven't messed around with edits as much. So pro tips: loop the ending. This basically just means the ending will loop with the beginning of like the beginning of whatever you're um doing. I'm trying to think of a good like example.
Well, it's when people go
Um,
like when you're recording your beginning, go with, and that's why I think, and then you go with your whole thing, and then
yeah,
when you're going to editing, cut out the that's why I think and put it at the
and
end,
then move
and
that to
then
the end. Yeah,
yeah, and it'll loop.
and it'll loop. Which can, I think, sometimes not always. I think a lot of people notice it, like, scroll past it now, but I think it used to be a thing of if you saw a video that looped, because it loops so well, people usually rewatch the first few seconds again because the video doesn't cut. It actually just, replays perfectly. So I think that's good for engagement. Use trending sounds. Another good thing to make note of is, yeah, using like trending audios. So any sort of music that is trendy at the moment and it's like popular, or some sort of brain rot meme sound. Maybe you can also use that. Usually, well, yeah, usually the trending sounds are like it means music. So trending songs, anything that's popular at the moment. It can be really good for gaining extra views and I mean, sometimes people will like to listen to the song because it's catchy, and they'll just listen through the whole video because the song is catchy. Um, and then the final one, add a call to action, like which one was your favorite? So basically, ask a question at the end of your video, um, or well, basically you want to do something that will make the viewer want to comment and like interact with your video. So, for example, I have my avatar rating videos that I do on um, Shorts and TikTok, And at the end of every video, I will say, comment your username down below for a chance to be in the next part. That would basically want the viewer will then want to have their avatar rated in the next video. So they'll like comment their username, and that really helps with the engagement and interaction of your video. This can also be the same of, well, yeah, as it says right there, which one was your favorite? So this could be just a video, I don't know, saying, I don't know, the best Rec Room quests, and then at the very end it would be like, which one was your favorite? And then, people in the comments would then comment their own. It's just very good for engagement on your videos, just keeping people interacting with your videos and not just like scrolling past them or not just liking them, but actually commenting too really helps. Yeah, it really helps boost the videos. So yeah, I think that is all for that. But any questions at all? Because I'm a bit tired right now. That's probably why I'm a bit like, oh, it's almost midnight. So, hopefully I explained everything well. But if I didn't
We do
explain
have
something
3
right, obviously
minutes.
let me know.
I think it's good. All right,
All right.
are we ready?
I hate rating.
In 3, 2, 1.
One.
Oh my
my God.
god.
So skippity.
Oh my god. So, like I kind of spoiled at the beginning of this week, or not the beginning of this week, the beginning of this class, it's a YouTube short. Now, we had multiple ideas, but some of the like one of the ideas wouldn't probably be enough for everybody to have a specific subject, so we decided to merge two. So those two would be a tutorial video on something in Rec Room, like how to do something. I'll get more into that on what not to do, or a news video on something that has happened in the game. So to briefly talk about the tutorial video, it cannot just be how to spawn a cube or how to walk, right? Because we don't want it to be, we want it to be somewhat challenging and not just be like insanely simple, right? We want it to sort of be a multi-step process, if you know what I'm saying. By that it could be how to play, or well, not how to play in general. It's like how to play Golden Trophy and get to the end, pretty much. Or what is the best way to do this? Or for a tutorial video, or no, that would be the tutorial video. Oh yeah. You've been here the whole class, so yeah, you're free to leave. For the news video, it could be like something that's happened in the game, like the body paint or AI maker pen, which it's pretty groundbreaking stuff because it's pretty controversial, especially the AI maker pen, which can make circuits for you, which is insane. I think.
You know what's gonna do? They're gonna make it so it replace circuiteers and then builders.
Wait, AI maker pen is allowed in contest?
Yes.
What?
I think
Oh
there's
my
already
God,
a
I didn't
person
know
that already
that.
started using it. They used it for like.
If somebody wins, using that, that would be the funniest thing ever. Oh my God.
It's not that
That would be
advanced. To be fair. I mean, it's kind of. I guess with circuits maybe, but then again, it sometimes. Kashka was about to go wild. I mean, then again, it's rooms 2.0, meaning there probably won't be that many like terrible low quality inventions for them to use.
Really
So.
That is also just the fact that it can just recolor stuff. Yeah. The fact that it can just... the fact you could just ask it to make the floor bricks, and it'll make it bricks without having you to place individual bricks. Yeah, it's probably going to look like a photo, but the fact that it can do that, that's what makes it insane.
I feel like
yeah,
with circuits, though,
yeah, how to make a working
kind
plane
of,
would work, yeah.
when it does circuits, it skips a lot of stuff. Like, basically, it will overcomplicate circuits. Like, there could be some really easy thing that you could do with the circuit. Say, for example, I'm trying to think of a good example again for this kind of thing. Basically, it would add too many extra circuits to do the same thing that you can do quite easily. It's just kind of adding.
I think that's what Astra just said.
Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see that right now. Yeah, it will overcomplicate it. That's true. But yeah.
Yeah.
Ow.
Which is insane. But obviously, if you have like, we don't want it to be like the reason why. Hold on, if you want to say this a little longer. But you guys are like, obviously class is over. We'll post this in afterwards. I'll just go through the bonus points also just really quickly. If you guys have any questions about the subject you want to make, like if we will, you know, be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Feel free to ask us. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Book that I was talking about, which you don't have to like overthink it and have it to be overcomplicated and like be like, oh, I have to make sure they realize it's the hook. If you try it like a little bit and it's like we know what you're talking about, then we'll get it. And loop the ending. So loop the ending to the beginning. So those are the bonus points. So I'll be posting this inside of the announcements for the people that don't have it. And that is probably going to be the end of the class. Thank you guys for being here. So yeah, you guys are free to go, free to leave, and start working if you guys want to, which I suggest because it's probably the easiest one. Next week is the final week. Yippee-ki, yay! And then you guys get to graduate for the people that have worked hard this semester.
Yes.
Red. Gold.
Quattro and Dude, me and Michael are gonna be in the graduation room working on it if you guys want to join us again.
Absolutely. I will probably join you to help because we need to get stuff done.
Yeah.
If you want help with the trophies and all of that.
I will probably go to sleep soon. It's already
Gold or
midnight, so-
nothing. Red or
Wait, gold's-
nothing.
Red
Hey,
skin.
I got
Okay.
finals next week for a league. Actually, I've got two, surprisingly. But I'm not playing in the paintball one. So, wish me luck, but it's gonna be tough. I don't know.
Wait,
But
I'm
yeah,
trying to think with the home.
gold or
Let me
nothing,
see.
or red robe or nothing.